here as opposed to the baseball and the basketball teams. So there you have it. That's a bit of a rundown of the games that'll be played. I do want to go break down a little bit and tell you what to listen for, if you will, if you're going to South Carolina. Look, I mean, I know that the Tri-Cities, we've got, we don't want to just be the Irwin station. Not anymore, okay? We used to have Tri-Cities as the moniker at the end of the station. The name of this program isn't Irwin Sports Now. It's not Unicoi County Sports Now. It is Tri-Cities Sports Now. However, I also do appreciate that we are the home of Unicoi County, football on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio, and we don't, we're not forgetting where the studio is. So I want to point this out in today's game. I know the picking panel, Johnson City Press, everybody picked Unicoi County. Why not? Cody Lewis, 2,000-yard rusher. Also, why not a team that will be looking at, coming off a 9-3 year, and it's 3A versus 2A. But remember, prior to last year, the Rebels used to have their way with the Blue Devils. And here's something to worry about for Unicoi County. Unicoi County up front isn't necessarily all that big. They've got perhaps muscular linemen, but not real heavy. 225, 220, that sort of thing. Kind of the big men that you would see in football on a 1930s college team. Well, this is, a town of 5,000 people with a high school football team, okay? You're not going to always have 290-pound bookend tackles. All right. However, South Greene does have a size advantage on the line. And they play out of the wing tee. Remember, this is, the size advantage does belong to South Greene. So here's what you want to look for if you're going to tonight's game at South Greene, or if you're going to listen on jetbroadcasting.live or 1420 WEMB Sports Radio. You're going to want to listen to how Cody Lewis does. It's very important for him to get a big day on the ground. And it's very important for Unicoi County, therefore, to win the time of possession battle behind Lewis. Because you don't want a superior size line wearing you down in the fourth quarter. Remember, Unicoi County started slow in a lot of their games last year, including South Greene, as I mentioned before. And so it's important for them to start strongly now. And see what happens from there. You do not want to fall behind South Greene and then have to go into a situation where they can win the time of possession battle. So yes, I do predict that the winner of the time of possession battle tonight between Unicoi County and South Greene will be the winner of the football game. I'll tell you this. The Drew Rice Show, which you'll hear here during the pregame show on 1420 WEMB Sports Radio, he even comments, as the head coach of the Blue Devils, South Greene might be the toughest team we play all year long. And Hampton's on the schedule, and Johnson County's on the schedule. And of course, also, old nemesis, Happy Valley, with 5 straight victories over Unicoi County. So there you go. That's a little look-see. Cody Lewis, though, look for him to play D1 football this year. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Another thing I want to watch is the box score. I want to know how many yards Cody Lewis has at the end of the day. I want to know how many yards Chris Thomas has at the end of the day against Elizabeth then Thomas, the running back for Science Hill, that has been talked about. And also, I want to know Charlie Cole, Daniel Boone, how many yards he runs for against the Sullivan South Rebels as they prepare to play their final season before South, North, as well as Central all merge to become Westview next year. I want to match that against South Greene. Okay, yes, we can talk about the caliber of competition and so on and so forth, but, Cody Lewis runs a faster 40 time than Chris Thomas does. Doesn't play at the higher level, but he does have a better 40 time. And 10 yards a carry last year. Actually, 10.1 yards a carry last year. So let's see if we can get a long one off tonight. Tune in, 7:30 kickoff, 7 p.m. pregame show right here, 1420 WEMB Sports Radio and JetBroadcasting.live. By the way, yesterday I said that the last Unicoi County victory against Science Hill was in 1976. I was wrong about that. That was actually 1987. Was the last time that Unicoi County defeated Science Hill, so my apologies there. It was 18-16, I am told. Flip side, by the way, I want to tell you this as well. I know Jim Buchanan, always in the press box and Unicoi County and all this, always saying, the last time Unicoi County beat Dobbins-Bennett was 1952, and 1952. Boy, not only were the Dodgers still in Brooklyn, but the A's were still in Philly, and the Browns were still in St. Louis, and the Braves were still in Boston. A while back. I guess they don't play that much anymore. All right, we're going to talk to, speaking of the Braves, Josh Brown, Knock-Alma Nation. He joins me next. Braves are in first place and on a winning streak. We'll talk about, well, the goings-on, transactions they could make after this. Tri-City Sports Now.
Save because you work too hard for your money not to.